This video is sponsored by Grim Hollow, a 5e dark fantasy campaign setting with new rules, spells, and adventures. I honestly highly recommend this book to anyone who plays 5e, and I genuinely love its world building, rules, and beautiful art. My favorite is the background that you can level up in, allowing more progression with your character other than just your class. Also, a balanced system of lycanthropy, vampirism, becoming an undead. Seriously, it's a good book. Grab your copy of Grim Hollow today, there's a link down below. The random treasure tables in the DMG make no sense. You killed a hag! In her lair is a bag of holding, a +2 breastplate, and 10,000 gold pieces. And you're level 3! This is balanced! You find the dragon's treasure hoard. Okay, roll a 2d6.
9.
Okay, roll another 2d6.
6.
Okay, now roll 66.
17.
Okay, now roll 3d6.
8.
Okay, roll percentage.
42.
Okay, roll 2d4.
7.
Okay, roll 1d6.
6.
Okay, now roll percentage 6 times.
17, 32, 91, 84, and...
I should have done this beforehand. Most DMs I know forego this table rolling thing and instead come up with whatever items are in the hoard. That way you don't accidentally overpower your party with a random +2 Rod of the Pact Keeper and a Sentinel Shield. But if you're like me, sometimes you don't got time for that and it's easier to have a table that'll come up with it for you. Or maybe you enjoy the randomness of a loot table, but you're too afraid of a power imbalance. Well, I designed new improved random treasure tables. It's up for free on my Patreon if you want to go use it. Also, so is a bunch of other homebrew written by me and some friends. How does it work? The tables are now based on creature type and magic items are based by level. In the old tables, you went by CR, aka challenge rating. However, to everyone's surprise, challenge rating is really only good for judging a monster's general strength. Basically, challenge rating isn't a good way to judge precisely how easily your party could defeat a monster. It's more of a spectrum on how difficult the monster might be. A Tarrasque is 30. Okay, it's hard. A goblin is 1/4. It's easy. But 8 through 15 are a random mishmash of oops, I TPK'd everyone with a corpse flower, or oops, they killed the mummy lord before he even got a turn. So instead of using that clunky system for determining how much treasure a monster would have, I've instead opted for the party's general level. If you're thinking that this is unfair because the party should get powerful items for defeating a powerful monster, let me tell you that your party of level 8 adventurers aren't going to know the difference. They won't kill a beholder, find its treasure, and go, "Hey, we only found a dagger of venom, eyes of minute seeing, and a wand of secrets, instead of finding a talisman of the sphere. You changed the random treasure." Also, if you're thinking those are terrible things to find in a beholder's lair because he can't use them, that's why he left them in a pile in the corner of the room. The other thing I toned down was the amount of dice you need to roll. Instead of rolling this, you only need to roll for gold, art pieces, and magic items. Granted, you still gotta roll a billion percentage checks on magic items, but I turn it into an event with my players where they each get to roll a separate dice, and I describe what item they find. The anticipation builds up each time, and it's honestly pretty enjoyable, especially when they know what the item might be. Individual treasure is also different now. Instead of finding 800 gold pieces on a salamander, where did he keep that? It's now based on creature types, and there's only a chance that treasure will be on them. There's a 1% chance you'll find gold on a bear. How did you balance all those magic items, Jacob? Good question, me. I followed this PDF I've been using for years in my 5e games called Sane Magic Item Prices. There's a link in the description. It's a whole PDF that, in my opinion, accurately balances almost all the magic items in 5e and gives them a price. I went through and sorted all of them by price. This took way too long. Then split the list into 7 different tables. Each table has a basic level range and are percentage rollable. I also marked cursed items in yellow in case you don't want your party to get one, and game-changing items in orange. Game-changing items are super powerful items that will likely overpower your party to a point of no return. Some examples are anything that increases AC, anything that summons other things to fight for you so that you aren't overpowering the initiative track with action economy, and anything that increases a magic user's spell DC. I'm not saying that you shouldn't put them in your game or give them to your players, they're just harder to get. And when rolled, they only appear if a 19 or 20 is rolled on a d20 after the percentage check roll. If not, then you re-roll and take a different item. This helps balance out your game so your fighter doesn't accidentally get a 23 AC at level 8. And red items items are insanely crazy, super, oh my god, powerful items that you maybe should just not include in your game unless you really want to break it. And that's mostly it. Feel free to use it in your games and let me know if it works out for you. Hopefully it helps adding more flavor and balance into your D&D games instead of using this mess. Okay, that's the end of the video.